Good day, Sir Aldrich. My name is Felix Gacutan from TM3B, and this is my oral activity that I'm going to answer. Let's start with the first question. The model of consumer behavior aim to inform on how are we going to keep your customer or the market, and it helps us to identify if the consumer will stay or stop availing your products or services. And it is a study on how are you going to market such customer based on their behavior and characteristics, and it help the market on how to cope up with the changing of markets, like say on price, economic, cultural, and political. So start with cultural factor, which is the deepest factor that can influence a consumer, because our culture defines who we are and depends on their values, wants, perception, and also as a consumer, if I'm going to experience something, I make sure that it was close to what I know and what I believe, and which relate to subculture on my nationality, religion, racial groups, and geographical. Next is social factor that includes such as groups and family. Again, as a consumer, I think first of my family if they would like or they would allow it to buy. Next factor is roles and status. Let's say their husband, children, co-workers, and actually this is where the budol is real comes. And next is the personal factor that includes the consumer age and life cycle, occupation if their income is enough. Last is economic circumstance, which the consumer avail depends on the product's rate or price. Next is lifestyle. This describes the consumer as a whole person. Last is personality and self-concept, their choices in brands and products. And the last factor is psychological factor that consumer avail product if they are motivated based on their perception, they know, or what they learn. And last, because of their beliefs and attitudes. For you to have a effective segmentation, first you should measure your target market on how many people are within in that segment and how much are they going to spend. Next, in providing tourism and hospitality service or product, it should be accessible by your customer. It should be near where the recreation is, like the major attractions, tourist attractions such as the churches, parks, markets, and also the availability of transportation system so they can go around. Next is you should have a substantial that aim to have a huge market or huge scale of customer. Last is actionable that should be attracting and serving the segments. These are the undifferentiated, differentiated, and concentrated marketing. The undifferentiated marketing focuses on Maslow hierarchy of needs, like on physiological of consumers. Next is differentiated marketing, which produce more sales compared with undifferentiated marketing. It was defined that focuses on primarily target segments that have a most potential value of their brand. Last is concentrated marketing. It is a segment of larger market that can be defined by its own unique needs, preference, or identity that makes it different from the market at large. For example, within the market for women's shoes are many different segments of niche. In today's competitive marketplace, companies in the hospitality and tourism industry need to be customer-centered, such as the airlines, restaurants, travel agency, and other must win customer to their competitors and able to grow them by delivering greater value with the help of segmenting, targeting, and position your market. Tourism and hospitality utilize these methods for them to have effective marketing. For example, if I'm going to enter the field, I should segment my markets so it should be fair to all of them that can experience what I'm offering based on their geographic, demographic, psychographic, and their behavioral. The next is to target them. If what kind of market I'm going to target, and also last is position them.